Hey guys, Pulsechain blockchain has already overtaken XRP and Cardano in capitalization in just a couple of days despite the market decline. Can Pulsechain replace Ethereum? How can you earn over 100 XRP? And what are the creators of Pulsechain hiding from you? Let's figure it all out right now. Pulsechain has been actively gaining momentum for the last few days, and such an event should not be missed. In just a couple of days, the total value locked in DeFi on Pulsechain exceeded $500 million. It is now the top 8 blockchain by liquidity in DeFi, which is even more than Solana or Phantom. And I bet Pulsechain will overtake Avalanche in terms of liquidity in the coming weeks. Pulsechain is a dark horse that quickly made its way to the top of the blockchain. Pulsechain now has a trading volume of 360 million inside the blockchain. That's more than Arbitrum, Optimism, and Polygon combined. In fact, Pulsechain is now the top 3 blockchain by trading volume. And you still don't know what this project is? It's time to fix that. The story of Pulsechain should start with its founder, Richard Heart. This figure is known for the creation of the hype project HEX, which we are going to talk about next. Richard Heart has his own website where he shows himself as a boy from a poor family who has achieved everything on his own and now wants to help others. It's a sentimental story that people like, so they invest in his projects, and will continue to do so. It also says Richard has raised $27 million for medical research, predicted Bitcoin's peak, and warned of FTX's collapse. Richard makes a man of the people, and from the outside, it is credible. There's even a video of him installing a toilet for his mom at home. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. I wonder where he got the biggest diamond for $4.5 million. Well, we'll get into that next, as it is connected to Pulsechain too. The story of Pulsechain blockchain is quite complicated and, in many places, obscure. But I will try to make it as simple and clear as possible and tell you what I learned about this project after spending a whole day researching it. Back in 2019, Richard Heart created a project with the HEX token. HEX is designed to be a store of value to replace the certificate of deposit as the blockchain counterpart of that financial product used in traditional financial markets. The idea behind the token is to generate income through HEX token, staking at 38% APR. It smells like a Ponzi scheme, but let's take a closer look. How does it all work? You buy HEX tokens, then put the tokens in the staking, lock them in for 1 to 5,555 days, which is a maximum of 15 years. Then every day you log in and get rewards. The protocol doesn't generate revenue, it doesn't provide services. In fact, it looks like a pyramid scheme, but a very long-term one, as many participants have blocked HEX tokens for several years. HEX tokens were distributed via airdrop to all BTC holders in 2019. In this way, Richard Heart immediately attracted the attention of Bitcoin holders and the crypto community. What's interesting is that HEX token has a capitalization of $3.7 billion and should logically rank 17th among all coins by market capitalization. But CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko refuse to show a fair capitalization of the token. Think about it. Why? Coin rating services aren't the only ones avoiding HEX. If we look at the markets where HEX is traded, we see that the bulk of the trading takes place on the decentralized Uniswap exchange and very few centralized exchanges where HEX is traded. These are mostly small exchanges like MEXC. Apparently, exchanges also do not like the project and do not open trades in HEX tokens. Before moving on to a breakdown of Pulsechain, let's recap. Richard Heart launched the HEX project, where he made tens of billions of dollars and even bought himself a diamond. The price of HEX token has plummeted 20 times since 2021. That is, of the $1,000 invested, HEX holders have only $50 left. And now Richard is launching a new project called Pulsechain, which we are now going to talk about. What is Pulsechain? Pulsechain is a fork of the Ethereum blockchain with cheaper fees and faster transactions. The goal of the project, as stated on the website, is to create a more efficient version of Ethereum. Pulsechain copied the Ethereum blockchain and all the assets on it. If you had 100 USDC on Ethereum, you now have 100 USDT on Pulsechain. But the price of 1 USDT on Pulsechain is not equal to $1. It is less than a cent. No one wants USDC on Pulsechain. PLS is a native Pulsechain token that is used to pay fees on the blockchain, just like ETF in the Ethereum blockchain. The PLS token was listed on the OKX's first centralized exchange today, and one thing really surprised me. PLS has a capitalization of $30 billion. That's more than XRP, USDC, or Cardano. With such capitalization, PLS should be in the top 5 cryptocurrencies by market value. This tells me only one thing: the project is already very much overvalued. Because a huge part of the tokens is held by the creators of the coin, I am afraid that PLS will repeat the chart of HEX tokens, which plummeted 20 times. However, there are positives to Pulsechain. First of all, Pulsechain is a fairly decentralized network with 15,000 validators. Avalanche has only 2,000 to 3,000, and BNB has only 12. Thus, Pulsechain can be called a blockchain for the people, as it was originally intended. Secondly, TVL on Pulsechain continues to grow and has already exceeded $500 million. And in terms of trading volume, Pulsechain is a top 3 blockchain. All in all, this shows the interest of the community in the project. And we know that the most important thing in the development of a project is marketing and community. Pulsechain has both of these components. Thirdly, some of the PLS tokens are reduced by burning tokens, which increases the value of the asset. How does this work? People trade PLS on decentralized exchanges. They pay a commission fee for each exchange. Part of the fees are automatically used to buy PLS tokens from the market and burn them, a common model for HYIP coins. Many meme coins work this way. Last but not least, commission fees on Pulsechain are indeed very low compared to Ethereum. This may also be an additional reason for users to switch to the cheaper Ethereum counterpart. Before the launch of the main network, the PLS token could be bought by sending real money to Richard Heart's wallet. Users sent $670 million in real tokens, for which they later received PLS tokens on the Pulsechain blockchain. So much for the answer to where Richard got so much money. Overall, Pulsechain looks like a blockchain for the community, and many people love it, despite the controversial personality behind the project. So I decided to show ways to make money with Pulsechain. How to make money from the new blockchain. The first and easiest way is to buy a PLS token and sell it for more. However, it's not that easy here. The token has a very high capitalization and little growth potential. At the moment, it's very risky to buy a coin that can be bought by big holders at any moment. The second way is to buy ecosystem tokens. Pulsechain has a decentralized exchange, Pulsechain, where all tokens of the ecosystem are traded. You can see which tokens are which through the DEX screener service. You have to be careful here too, as many tokens have no value, like USDC or DAI. These are just copies of real tokens on the Ethereum blockchain. You can take a closer look at the 3 main ecosystem tokens. They are shown on the Pulsechain page. PLSX is a decentralized exchange token analogous to Uniswap. INC is a token where you get rewards for liquidity, and I already told you about HEX. To sum up, Pulsechain is a community-oriented hype blockchain, but with a very strange character behind it. I personally am not investing in this project, but you should make your own decisions. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Your Coin Post.